All right, let's talk about something that should be on every business leader's radar: AI and market research. Specifically, when an AI answers your surveys, can you actually trust what it's telling you? Is it giving you a real edge, or is it basically just a coin flip?
Okay, picture this. You're about to launch a huge new product. We're talking millions of dollars on the line. You absolutely have to know what your customers are thinking, and you have to be right. The quality of your data, it's not just some academic thing, it's everything. It's the very foundation of your strategy. And if you get it wrong, well, the consequences can be massive.
And right on cue, in a world that wants everything yesterday, AI comes along with this incredibly seductive promise. What if you could get all the survey answers you need almost instantly without the hassle of pulling a single person? That right there is the promise of synthetic survey data.
So what are we really talking about here? It's pretty simple, actually. Instead of going out and finding real people to take your survey, you just have an AI, a large language model, generate the answers for you. The idea is to get responses that feel human, but, way faster and a whole lot cheaper.
So that's the dream. But what happens when you actually put it to the test? Well, a really important study by G. Elliott Morris and the team at Verisight did exactly that. They took one of the most common, most heavily polled questions in the world and asked both humans and a bunch of different AI models. And the results, they were revealing, to say the least.
The AI models were off from the real human responses by an average of 22 percentage points. Just let that sink in for a second. 22 points. Look, as a leader, you can maybe work with an error of 2 or 3 points. But an error of 22 points? That's not just a mistake. That's a completely different version of reality.
And on some answers, this error can get even crazier. I mean, just look at this. When people were asked about presidential approval, only about 11% of humans said they somewhat disapprove. But the AI? It spit out that 60% of people felt that way. That's a 49-point difference. It's not even in the same ballpark.
And this right here perfectly illustrates the business problem. When your data could be off by 22 points, or even more, it becomes totally useless. As researcher Chris Chapman puts it, it's like telling your board that your new product will interest somewhere between 0 and 1.8 billion people. It's a guess. It is completely 100% not actionable. You can't make a confident decision with that.
So the big question is, why is the AI getting it so wrong? Now, this isn't just some simple bug you can patch. The problem is way more fundamental. It really gets down to a basic mismatch in how AI and people come up with answers in the first place.
Think about it this way. When you ask a person a question, they're digging into their life experiences, their mood, their biases, their entire context. They're communicating something. An AI, though, it computes. It's just calculating the most statistically likely string of words based on all the text it's ever read. It's not sharing an opinion, it's just finishing a pattern. And because of this huge difference, you just can't treat AI data the way you treat human data. All the statistical rules we rely on for accuracy, things like random sampling, they just go right out the window. Sure, you can run the numbers, but the result is basically meaningless math. It's truly, as the experts say, nonsense to compare them statistically.
This whole conversation about errors and stats, it kind of forces us to take a step back and ask an even bigger question. What is the actual goal of our market research anyway?
The goal shouldn't just be to get a number that we hope is close to some truth. The real strategic value, the thing that actually helps you win, is in learning from real people. It's about understanding why they do what they do, what they care about, their real pain points. That's the insight that builds a killer strategy, not just some number on a spreadsheet. Ultimately, it boils down to this one simple but really powerful idea. Large language models, they compute. They calculate based on the past. But people communicate their present reality. And for any research that's trying to predict the future, you need that human communication, not just a calculation. So the next time someone comes to you with a fast, cheap, easy data solution, just ask yourself this. Is this tool really designed to help us learn from our customers, or is it just designed to give us a quick answer, regardless of whether that answer has any connection to reality? The future of your business could really depend on it.